Hey everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It feels so great to have you here again. And if you're new, a big warm welcome to you too. I'm really happy you clicked on this video or tuned into this podcast today. We're going to talk about something that so many English learners struggle with: how to actually practice speaking English every single day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Every day. That sounds impossible. But don't worry. I'm not going to tell you to sit down for hours and repeat boring grammar exercises. Nope. That's not what we do here. This is about building fluency in a fun, realistic, and practical way. Something you can do in your daily life, even if you're super busy, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, and even if you don't have anyone to practice with. Here's the truth. You can become a confident English speaker by using small, simple habits that you repeat every day. It's like going to the gym. If you go once a month, you won't see results. But if you do a little every day, your muscles get stronger. The same happens with your speaking skills. Your brain starts thinking faster in English, your pronunciation becomes smoother, and your confidence grows naturally. Let me start by sharing a quick story. When I was first learning to speak English fluently, I didn't have many people to practice with either. I remember sitting alone in my room, talking to myself in English, describing what I was doing, pretending to have conversations, repeating lines from movies. It felt strange at first, but after a few weeks, I noticed something incredible. English started to feel natural. I didn't have to think so hard about every word. I could express myself more easily. That's when I realized that practicing alone, every day, actually works. So, in this episode, I want to help you build that same habit. I want you to make English a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. But it has to be consistent. Think about it. How much time do you spend on your phone every day? Scrolling through social media, watching short videos, reading comments. Imagine if just 10 or 15 minutes of that time was spent speaking English, out loud. You could talk about your day, your plans, your favorite shows. All right, let's get into it. The real secret to becoming fluent in English: consistency. Now, I know you've probably heard that word 100 times before, but listen carefully. This is the difference between people who dream of speaking English fluently and people who actually do. Consistency means showing up every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. It's not about studying for 3 hours once a week. It's about those small, daily moments where you use English in real life. That's how your brain starts to think in English instead of constantly translating from your native language. So, how do you do that? How can you make English a natural part of your everyday life? Let's break it down. First, one of my favorite ways, and one I still use myself, is to talk to yourself in English. Yes, you heard me right. Talk to yourself. You don't need anyone else. When you wake up in the morning, start thinking in English. Okay, I'm getting out of bed. I'm brushing my teeth. I need to make coffee. It might sound simple, but this kind of practice trains your brain to form English sentences automatically. You can also practice describing what you see around you. For example, if you're walking outside, say something like, "The weather is beautiful today. The sky is bright blue. I can hear birds singing." This not only helps your vocabulary grow, but it also improves your ability to speak naturally and spontaneously, just like a native speaker would. Now, if talking to yourself feels a bit weird, try shadowing. This is one of the most powerful techniques for improving fluency and pronunciation. Shadowing means listening to a native English speaker, maybe from a podcast, a movie, or a YouTube video, and then repeating what they say at the same time. Try to copy their rhythm, their tone, their emotion. It's like being a language actor. You're imitating the performance. At first, it might be a little hard to keep up, but don't worry about perfection. The goal is to train your ear and your mouth to work together. After a few weeks, you'll notice your accent softening and your speech becoming smoother. You'll sound more natural and confident without even realizing it. Another great idea is to set themes for each day. For example, on Monday you could talk about food. Describe what you ate, what you cooked, or your favorite restaurant. On Tuesday, talk about work or school. Maybe explain what tasks you have to do, what challenges you're facing. On Wednesday, talk about hobbies. Maybe your favorite music, games, or books. The point is to make English connect with your real life. That's how you keep it interesting and stay motivated. Also, remember that listening and speaking go hand in hand. If you only listen passively, like just watching English shows without saying anything, you won't build speaking fluency. So try the listen, pause, repeat method. Choose a video or podcast you like, play 1 or 2 sentences, pause, and then repeat them out loud. Focus on the flow of the sentence, not just the words, but the music of English. And don't forget to record yourself. I know it can be uncomfortable hearing your own voice, but trust me, this is a game changer. Recording yourself allows you to hear your progress. You can notice which words you're mispronouncing, where you pause too much, or how confident you sound. And when you listen back a few weeks later, you'll realize how much you've improved. That's one of the best feelings ever. Now, another tip. Try to combine English with the things you already love. If you love cooking, watch English recipe videos and repeat the instructions. If you like fitness, follow English workout videos and talk along with the trainer. If you're into technology, watch gadget reviews in English and try to explain them in your own words. This way, English doesn't feel like homework, it becomes a fun part of your hobbies. And of course, don't be afraid to make mistakes. A lot of learners stay quiet because they're scared of saying something wrong. But remember, mistakes are not failures, they're signs that you're learning. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns to correct itself. It's like falling when you're learning to ride a bike, it's part of the process. So, to sum it up, be consistent, talk to yourself, shadow native speakers, practice different themes, record your voice, and mix English with your passions. Do these small things every day, and you'll be amazed at how fast your fluency and confidence grow. Even 5 or 10 minutes of active speaking practice each day can make a bigger difference than hours of studying grammar. The key is to keep English alive in your daily life, in your thoughts, in your speech, and in your routines. Because fluency isn't about knowing every word in the dictionary. It's about being able to express yourself naturally, comfortably, and confidently, anytime, anywhere.